Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. Welcome to our Logicless Limit Hub. This is the first video of our mathematics series. Mathematics is a very important topic as competitive and placement preparation point of view. Now let's discuss what you can expect from this series. Here we will start from very basic and increase the bar slowly. So the first topic will be count number of digits of a given number. Then we will solve palindrome number problem, factorial of a number. Then we will increase our bar and discuss the variation of a factorial number, that is trailing number of zeros in a number. Next will be GCD and LCM. Here we will cover it in depth discussing Euclidean algorithm. It will be followed by check for prime, Siev's theorem, and all divisors of a number. And at last, we will discuss computing power and iterative power. Start with our first topic, that is number of digits. So the given problem statement is that you have given one positive integer and you have to calculate number of digits in a given number. So let's discuss test cases first. Let's suppose your input is 1000. So what should be its output? Like its output should be 4. So you can see that there are 4 digits in 1000. 1, 0, 0 and this 0. Let's discuss another test case. Let's suppose your input is 34. So your output should be 2. Seeing this, first idea which come to my mind is that if I access every digit of a number and increment by count, so my answer will be stored in count. To access every digit, at every step I will divide the given number by 10 and remainder will be my digit, right? So I will do it until the number reaches to 0. For example, let's suppose our input is 123. So I will divide it by 10 at my first iteration. So my output will be 12, right? This is our first iteration. Then we will again divide 12 by 10. So output will be 1. This is my second iteration. And we will divide 1 by 10. So its output will be 0, right? So this is our third iteration. So now our number is 0. So we will just return the number of iteration. Let's discuss code for it. So I will just comment out it. Hashtag include pet/std c++.h, which is the header file. Then we will use std namespace. So in input we have given one integer, right? So we'll take it int n cnn. So we have to calculate number of digits. Let's make one function for it. Its return type will be int, that is it will return number of digits, and parameter will be n. So we will take one count variable. Initially it will be at 0. So here we will use one while loop, while our n is greater than 0, right? So we will increment our count and just divide n by 10, and at last we will return our count. So we will call our function in our main function. So int answer is equal to number of digits, and the argument will be n, and we will just see out our answer. Let's suppose our input is 4. Let's suppose our input is 40. I'll just run it. So here you can see that our output is 2. Let's dry run for 40. So let's suppose we are calling number of digit for 40. So at at initial our count is 0, right? So we will divide 40 by 10. The output will be 4 and we'll increment our count. That is our count is at 1 now. So again we will divide 4 by 10. The output will be 0 and we will increment our count. So count is at 2 and the n is 0 now. So we will come out of this loop and we will return our count. What will be the time complexity of it? So as you can see that the time complexity will be the number of digits present in the given number. So to calculate number of digits present in the given number, we are just dividing at by 10 at every step. So our time complexity will be log n to the base 10 and space will be big of 1 because we are not using any extra space, right? Let's discuss the upgraded version of this problem statement. You have given a number n. You have to count the number of digits in n which evenly divide n. Note, evenly divide means whether n is divisible by a digit that is leaves a remainder 0 when divided. So let's discuss test case first. So if our n is 12, so we will divide 12 by 1, which gives us remainder 0, right? So we will increment our count. Again, we will divide 12 by 2. So it also gives us remainder 0, right? So we will again increment count. And at last, we will return that count. That is 2. Let's discuss another test case. Let's suppose our number is 1230. So we will divide 1230 by 1, which will give us remainder at 0, right? So we'll increment this count. So again we will divide 1230 by 2. It will also give us remainder 0. So we'll increment its count. Then again 1230 divided by 3. It will again give us remainder 0. So we will again increment its count. So at last 1230 divided by 0, but division by 0 is not possible, right? So we will not increment its count here. So we will return our answer as count is equal to 3, means our answer is 3 in this case. Let's write code for it. So here we will again take one count as 0 initially. We will run one while loop while n greater than 0. So we have to access every digit right now. So how we can access digit? So to access digit, we can do is that we can make use of modulo operator. So let's suppose we could do n modulo 10. So it will give us last digit of a number. Like in this case 23. So 23 modulo 10 will be 3, right? So we will get access of each number. So we will check if current is not equal to 0 and if current if n modulo current is 0, then we will simply increment its count and at last we will do n is equal to n by 10. But there is one problem in this code. Like if we do n is equal to n by 10, so at every step we will accessing only digit, right? So we have to store in this n in one variable. Let's suppose n temp is equal to n, and here we will do temp modulo current is equal to 0. So I think it will give us output. Okay, there should be a semicolon. This are passed. So yeah, that was all about count number of digits of a given number. We will discuss palindrome number problem in next lecture. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.